If you are looking to maximize yourself as an athlete, whether you're a runner, a weightlifter, or even a high school football player, you need to be taking this in your pre-workout. This ingredient here has been used by the best of the best. Olympians, big bodybuilders like T.O.P, and even marathon runners. It can help any kind of athlete. You don't necessarily need to take a pre-workout, you just need to add this to your pre-workout routine. This substance increases your energy levels by allowing your body easier access to energy reserves, allowing you to stay in the gym longer, run farther, and just perform so much longer no matter what you're doing, because your body can actually grab onto all this nutrients and everything and bring it directly into the muscles that you're using for any performance activity. Like I said, all athletes can benefit from this here. This ingredient is a white powder, and many of you are thinking right now, I'll bet he's gonna say creatine. And creatine is a fantastic supplement. However, this one trumps creatine by far, and it's salt. I know, this may sound super simple, super stupid, and you may be thinking, what the heck is this guy talking about? Everyone takes salt, everyone eats salt, but let me explain a little bit, because this here is very superior if you actually supplement with it correctly, rather than just getting it from your daily diet. It has been proven time and time again that simply adding salt into your pre-workout routine can be much more beneficial than any pre-workout ingredient that there is. So if you want to optimize your workout routine, no matter what you're doing, I highly suggest you add a little bit of salt into your pre-workout. I'll dive into this a little bit more and tell you which salts to use, because there are many salts. Salt, or sodium chloride, plays a crucial role in athletic performance by helping to maintain proper fluid balance, nerve function, muscle contraction, and just overall hydration status. Salt is a key electrolyte along with potassium, calcium, and magnesium. During intense exercise, workouts, whatever you're doing, you're going to be using a lot of electrolytes. You need to be replenishing these electrolytes, because this is ultimately what's going to help you perform so much better. But let me just start by saying that pink Himalayan salt is probably the most superior salt, and here's why. It's because this special type of salt has a unique combination of minerals including magnesium, calcium, and potassium. Really, all those electrolytes that I just talked about you losing, you're going to be getting them all from the salt. Sodium also helps the body retain water, which is so crucial during exercise. I'll talk about my experience with running a marathon a little bit later, and how I did not properly fuel with salt, and basically I cramped up and it had a terrible experience. You want to have proper hydration, and this is super essential for optimal performance. Even a little bit of dehydration can impair physical and cognitive function. You want to keep your muscles full of water and nutrients. Sodium also plays such a crucial role in nerve impulses when contracting the muscles. So powerlifters, you need to be adding salt into your pre-workout routine. Not just sniffing it, but you need to actually consume it as well. Adequate sodium levels help ensure that muscles contract efficiently, allowing athletes to generate power and perform movements effectively and more powerfully. If you are training for more than an hour, or you're an endurance athlete, you can specifically rely on salt to push you through your workouts and make sure that you're going to perform so much better. As I said earlier, when you're doing these very long workouts, you're sweating a lot, you are using up all these electrolytes, but when you have sodium in your system, you're going to be holding on to more of these electrolytes, and they're going to allow you to perform longer as well. Sodium loss through sweat can contribute to fatigue and muscle cramps. This is why many endurance athletes will go ahead and drink Gatorade during their workouts, or they'll go ahead and supplement with salt tablets. So think of sports. This is why Gatorade became so popular, because it has all the electrolytes, all the sodium you need, as well as sugar. Therefore, you're keeping your body fueled the entire time. I talked about my marathon training earlier, and I experienced this. I used to just drink a bunch of water before I was going for a 10, 12 mile run. And then I'd get midway through and I'd start to cramp up. I'd feel lightheaded, I'd just feel foggy, and I wasn't myself. Why? Electrolyte imbalances. However though, once I started drinking like Gatorade or something the night before, and then before my workouts, and then I added salt to my Gatorade as well, I performed so much better. I feel like I could run the whole 10 miles and not even feel tired at all. When I actually ran my very first marathon, I drank so much Gatorade and salt the couple days leading up to the actual race. I would put salt in my Gatorade, pink Himalayan salt, and just totally doused myself with salt basically, because I knew I was gonna be running 26.2 miles and I was gonna be sweating like crazy. Anyway, after the marathon, I had these white patches all over me. And if you look at many endurance racers or runners or triathletes or whatever, you'll see that they may have these white patches on them. And this is salt, because your body is losing so much salt and from the sweat, and it just kind of like sticks to your skin. I remember after my race, I went to the bathroom and I decided to wash my face, and it literally felt like I was licking a block of salt. It was disgusting, but I was just like, wow, this is crazy, because I lost so much salt. I also ran my fastest mile splits during my marathon, and ultimately I bring it back to all the salt I was consuming. My body was fueled with the minerals, electrolytes, and vitamins that I needed to run 26 miles. I kept going and I didn't cramp up at all. I didn't feel nauseous. The only thing is I had to stop to poop, but I made it through. Whenever I add salt to my pre-workout, I also tend to lift so much more as well. I perform 1,000 times better in the gym. I'm telling you right now that if you want to maximize your workouts, no matter what you're doing, you need to start adding salt to your pre-workout. As many of you know, I do own a supplement company, and therefore I got to make the formula. And once I realized how much I was benefiting from salt, I decided to put this in this bad boy here. Not just salt, but pink Himalayan salt. I'll show you the label. So as you can see, we have 200 milligrams of the pink Himalayan salt. And then at the top, we also have 230 milligrams of just regular salt, or sodium nitrate. So the sodium nitrate is basically something that's going to be a vasodilator. It's going to also open up your blood vessels to allow more nutrients to get to the muscles and allow you to perform better. So therefore, you have almost 500 milligrams of salt along with all these other great ingredients in here to make sure that you can perform at your peak. Once again, I created this formula because I want to perform my best, and I know that many of these other brands out there, they just care about a dime. They don't really care about your performance, and that's why I started my own company. If you guys do want to try this bad boy out here, we have 3 different flavors. We have the orange creamsicle hybrid pre-workout. We have the sour watermelon, which is like a mid-stim big pump or high vasodilator. I think that one has a little bit more salt in it. That's the one that I usually take when I'm doing like a hybrid athlete workout, when I plan on running and lifting. And then we have a pink starburst, which is just mainly focused. However, it does have pink Himalayan salt, as well as a few other vasodilators. What I strongly suggest is you buy one of the pre-workouts, try it out, and you can also use code FREE25 for $25 off, because I appreciate you guys, and I want to show you what adding pink Himalayan salt to your workout, plus all these other great ingredients, actually does for you, and I want you to see your performance be at its peak.